Hey everyone, it's Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your tarot card for the week of September 21st, 2025. I will begin with Aries, work my way around the zodiac wheel here, ending at Pisces. Timestamps, as always, will be in the description box. I've set the intention of this reading to be for your sun, moon, rising, as well as your Venus placements, so you're welcome to look at any of them. If you're not sure what your placements are, also in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Take a look at that site and then just come back here and click on the timestamp for the respective placement or placements that you wish to view. Also, keep in mind, and this is quite the shocker, that this is a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you. Messages may come through today that don't fully resonate, and if that happens, don't get upset. It just means that one message is meant for someone else watching. So just take what fits, how it fits, and leave what doesn't. With all of that said, let's begin. Hello, Aries. Let's take a look at your tarot card for the week of September 21st, 2025. Tarot card of the week, my dear, Three of Pentacles. Who in your life is asking you to be open to cooperation? Make sure the mic is on. It is. Okay. Why is the Three of Pentacles the tarot card of the week here for Aries? For Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Why is the Three of Pentacles the tarot card of the week for them? One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, Knight of Swords, the Star, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Sun, you have the Two of Swords, and you have the Three of Wands. That leaves King of Cups, Three of Swords, Queen of Wands here at the bottom of the deck to the Hermit card. So it looks like you're having a discussion here this week, Aries, with an individual in this Knight of Swords energy. I feel like this is someone in your life that you have had conflict with, because what precedes the Six of Swords is the Five of Swords. So there's been some level of discord, disagreement, argument, fight in this connection. I feel like this individual is providing you with an opportunity this week to heal the connection that you have with them with that Sun card energy. And you'll then need to make a decision this week, Two of Swords to the Three of Wands, if you want to move forward and reconcile these differences with this person. Tell me a little bit more about the individual who's making this offer to Aries. We're going to clarify the Knight of Swords there. Tell me a little bit more about the individual making this offer here to Aries. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Knight of Swords is being clarified by the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, we have Two of Cups. So it's a soulmate, soul bond connection. And for some of you, that could be professional. For others of you, platonic, meaning a friend or a family member. And for some of you, very well could be romantic in nature. But this is someone who feels like there's been upheaval in this connection. There's been discord. They either feel neglected by you, or they're recognizing that they have neglected you to some degree. This person has been very much up in their head about presenting this offer or opportunity to you, and their wish or hope here is that you will accept it. So that's what I have for you for the week ahead. Someone here appears to want to reconcile or heal a connection with you, and you'll need to make a decision about whether or not that is something you desire to do. That's what I have for you for the week ahead. Your tarot card of the week is the Three of Pentacles. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Taurus. Let's take a look at your tarot card for the week of September 21st, 2025. Tarot card of the week, Nine of Wands. What are you determined to achieve in your life that you're about to give up on? Tell me why the Nine of Wands here is here for Taurus. Why is this their tarot card of the week? For Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Why is the Nine of Wands the tarot card of the week for them? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Nine of Wands is being clarified by the Two of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Wands again, and the Empress, which is your energy, whether you're masculine or feminine. At the bottom of the deck, you have King of Wands, you have a Queen of Swords, and you have a Five of Swords. That leaves the Queen of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Chariot here to the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. So, Taurus, I feel like you have a situation, environment, or connection here in your life. It's been quite contentious. Lots of arguments here, lots of petty disagreements. I feel like you've been contemplating for quite some time moving on from this. And I see that because the Two of Wands is typically an individual who has turned their back to some degree on the old Ace of Wands, the old situation, the old environment, the old connection, but not fully. We're not fully in the Three of Wands where you have completely moved away, but it is someone who's contemplating turning their back to this past, again, situation, environment, or connection, and they're deciding about whether or not they want to move towards the new Ace of Wands. Whatever situation, environment, or connection this has been for you, I feel like you feel like the wounded warrior, like you're barely existing in it. You're persevering, you're trying, your damnedest to show up every day in whatever this is, but it's becoming increasingly difficult for you. And the idea or concept of moving towards something different or something new is growing more and more appealing to you. So some of you are making a decision in the near future to either continue this or to cut this out entirely. Tell me a little bit about the Two of Wands here. For Taurus, tell me a little bit about the Two of Wands. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Two of Wands is clarified. There you go. Three of Wands, Six of Pentacles, and Judgment. At the bottom of the deck, you have Hangman. So I feel like this week, Taurus, your little homework assignment here from the divine is to go within. The Judgment card talks about going within, listening to your inner calling, and making a decision that is authentic to you and honest to you, and best not only for you, but for everyone involved in this situation. So the universe or source is asking you, take a step back and really look at the situation, environment, or connection. Is this something you want to continue giving to? Because I feel like it's repetitive in nature. Like the situation, environment, or connection is not improving, and you're on the precipice of walking away from it, or at least making the judgment call to walk away from it. But some of you are contemplating staying in it, right? Staying in the job, staying in the relationship, staying in the living environment, whatever this is for you. And I feel like before you decide to give up on it or to continue doing it, the universe is just asking you to just contemplate a little bit more about whether or not it is in your best interest to walk away from whomever or whatever this is. What is that Five of Swords here? I do feel that in the future, I don't think you're doing it this week. You are making a decision to move on from whomever or whatever this is. But I feel like in the interim, you really need to go within and make this decision. Tell me more about that Five of Swords. One more shuffle. Thank you. Five of Swords is clarified by Four of Pentacles, Chariot, and the Queen of Pentacles. Again, is your energy, whether you're masculine or feminine. So for now, anyway, it looks like you're going to hold on to this. I feel like you're holding back from moving forward or moving away from whomever or whatever this is. At least that seems to be, it's almost like I have to put up with it. I don't know why I'm getting that feeling here. It's like I have to put up with it. It's not an ideal situation, or it's not an ideal living arrangement, or it's not an ideal connection. But for now, I need to hold back from moving on from it. So you all, have your own reasons. Maybe for some of you, you need to find another job before you leave this job, right? You need to find another living situation before you leave this living situation, whatever it is for you. But I feel like the divine is asking you not to make any snap decisions. Go within and do that internal work there of really tapping into your intuition and making a decision once and for all about whether or not you want to continue to stay in this and put up with it. Because again, I feel like it's a repetitive pattern. It's like Groundhog Day here. It's not changing. And you have to be honest with yourself. Is that something that you can continue to do in the long run? And if not, if you're choosing to move towards the Ace of Wands, then I feel like in very Taurian energy, classic Taurian energy, then you need to devise a constructive plan on how you can move on from it. That is what I have for you for the week ahead. Tarot card of the week is the Nine of Wands, Taurus. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Gemini Twin Gang. Let's take a look at our tarot card for the week of September 21st, 2025. Tarot card of the week, the Seven of Cups. What situation in your life is bringing you a variety of choices? Okay, why is the Seven of Cups the tarot card of the week here for Gemini? For Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Why is this their tarot card of the week? One more shuffle. Thank you. First card out we have is the Five of Swords, followed by the Six of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. At the bottom of the deck, you have Wheel of Fortune, Three of Cups, and you have the Three of Swords. So Gemini, you have a connection here in your life. And I feel like you're being given a choice this week. You can either end this connection or you can work on rehabilitating the connection with this individual. I think this person has been in your life for quite some time. You recognize them as a soulmate, soul bond connection, but there's been a lot of arguments here or fighting or discord, or the two of you are just not on the same page. And I think Source is asking you this week to really go within and look at this connection from all angles, right? Try to get like a different perspective on it. Is this something that you want to repeat? And I don't know necessarily if everything that transpired in the connection would repeat exactly the same way, but there's something here about like, do you want to reconcile or do you want to move away from this individual? And I don't know who this is to you, a friend, a family member, a lover, but you're being given a choice here, like multiple options this week about whether or not you want to reconcile or whether or not you want to move on from this individual. Tell me about the Five of Swords here for Gemini. Why is the Five of Swords here? I feel like you've been healing from whatever's transpired here with this individual. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Five of Swords is clarified by justice. The Two of Cups, there's that soulmate, soul bond connection. And then the Nine of Pentacles. So bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, after whatever this argument, disagreement, discord here has been between you and this individual, I feel like you've been trying to rebalance, recalibrate yourself. I do think you're trying to nurture yourself and take better care of yourself in the Nine of Pentacles energy because of whatever transpired here in this soulmate, soul bond connection. Tell me more about the Hangman energy, because I feel like here you have an opportunity here to continue on your path forward, which would make the divide between you and this person wider, or you'll have the opportunity to come back together again. Tell me about the Hangman energy. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Hangman energy is clarified by the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups. So I don't read body parts. If you've seen my readings before, I feel like this person is coming in here with an offer to want to try again with you. Nine of Wands, meaning like, let's not give up on this connection. Let's try to make this work. This is someone that you have a lot of love for. This is someone that you're very physically attracted to. So I'm leaning a little bit more on love because of that. But if it's not, and if this is just a friend, then this is someone you do have a deep love for this person or respect or admiration, and you collaborate very well with this individual. So whether it's professional, platonic, or romantic, I think this individual is approaching you here this week with the opportunity to rebuild the connection, to not give up on the connection. And like I said, after this apology comes in, Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands, the Eight of Cups, yeah, like after either you walked away or they walked away or there was some emotional disengagement from the connection, it looks like this person is coming in with an apology or an opportunity to bring the relationship back together again. We'll just get you 3 cards of advice here, Gemini, and then we will close out your reading. So the choice will be yours. 3 cards of advice here for Gemini, please. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Ten of Swords, followed by the King of Wands, and then the Knight of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the Devil, to the Eight of Swords, to the Six of Wands, to the World card. So if you were to re-engage with this individual or even walk away from them, I feel like this message obviously is more for you than it is about them. There's something here about you looking at that ending, like really understanding why the Ten of Swords happened, what role you played in that, what role did they play in it, what toxic patterns existed in the connection. And toxic patterns, you know, we talk about the Devil card sometimes in terms of toxicity in tarot, but it doesn't only mean like sex, drugs, and rock and roll. It could be just an unhealthy addiction to a person. It could be a financial toxic codependency that you may have with this person or they may have with you. It's just telling you that to look at that ending and to understand that whatever transpired back there, you need to really get a good handle on your contributions to it, this person's contributions to it. And if you are, or if you're going to accept this Knight of Cups from this person, this apology, are you really capable of moving forward with them without having the toxic pattern that occurred here in the past? Are you really sure that it won't happen again? And so I feel like there needs to be a discussion here about this with this individual in order for you to make a decision that is best for you. Because if this is not acknowledged by you or by them, or even discussed by you and them together, then I feel like you have a good opportunity here, unfortunately, to repeat a negative cycle. So it all comes down to looking, because the King of Wands is like looking right at the Ten of Swords and the Devil. It's like we need to look at this and discuss it before I can accept your apology or move forward. That at least appears to be your advice this week. That's what I have for you, Gemini. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Cancer. I hope you're doing well. Let's take a look at your tarot card for the week of September 21st, 2025. Tarot card of the week, the Eight of Swords. What situation in your life is holding you back? We have 3 swords on one side of the individual in this card and 5 swords on the other. Why is the Eight of Swords the tarot card of the week here for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus? Why is the Eight of Swords their tarot card of the week? What situation, could be environment, connection, pattern, habit, even a thought process in your life is holding you back? One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, we have the Knight of Cups. We have the Fool. We have the Strength card. And we have the Hierophant. At the bottom of the deck, you have Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, and the Hermit. That leaves Temperance, King of Pentacles, and the Moon here at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like this is specific for those of you where you would like to open up your heart to love again. And it doesn't have to be romantic love. I mean, it could be for some of you, but it could also be in respect to your platonic connections. But something here that might be holding you back is the Hierophant. Your beliefs. Let me clarify this a little bit more for you, because I feel like you would like to take the chance or take the opportunity to like open up your heart again, connect with new people, or maybe even find like a new romantic partner. But there's something here that's holding you back from doing this. Why is the Hierophant here? Because I feel like you have a whole host of people, soulmates that you could be meeting soon. And again, they don't just have to be romantic in nature. Tell me about the Hierophant. One more shuffle here. Thank you. It's got the Hierophant and the Hermit. King of Wands, the Lovers, and the Six of Pentacles. Bottom of deck, 3 of Wands. So I feel something that could be holding you back with branching out or moving forward or meeting, this new person or these new people. For those of you that just want to make new connections, I feel like you really need to understand who you are. Like, what are your beliefs? Morally, spiritually. I just feel like when it comes to connecting with a new romantic partner or new platonic connections, there's something here about you making the choice to engage with people that have the same belief pattern as you to some degree. Now, that doesn't mean that they have to be a carbon copy of you, because that would be quite boring, right? We usually learn the best when we're engaging with people who are a little bit different than us. I have friends all across the political spectrum. I have friends from various cultural and ethnic backgrounds and stuff. So I do think diversity is key when it comes to love, or, love and romance, or even just platonic connections. But through the core of all of our differences, we have certain elements that are in sync. Like, we are authentic, we are honest, we speak the truth. I feel like it's those grounding principles of you that as you get out there into the world, and either you're looking to open up your heart to meet some new platonic connections, or maybe even a new romantic partner, I think it's important for you to make the choice to connect with people that, even though ideologically they might be a bit off, they still have some of the very important or essential components in a human being that you have. I hope that that's making sense for someone watching. So I'll give you an example. I have friends all across the political aisle. I don't think if you put all of us in a room that you could probably get one thing that all of us agree on in terms of policy, right? Political policy. I don't think you could get the 10 or 15 of us to agree on one thing to get everyone. But the one thing that we all agree on is that we all have the right to have differing opinions, and we all respect one another's right to have those opinions. So there's something like that. And I even look at like my person that I'm romantically involved with. He's very different than I, but we respect one another's differences, and we can. I don't know. Today we were on the phone for over an hour, going back and forth and debating different things. So whatever that is to you, those core principles that really make you who you are: authenticity, respect, love, etc., etc. I feel like the divine is telling you what could be holding you back from connecting with people is maybe in the past you were connecting with the wrong people. And so I think it's important for you to just get 5 basic, or, think about in that hermit energy, think about just 5 basic core principles that make you uniquely you. And that those are like non-negotiable when you're meeting the next romantic partner or you're meeting the next group of friends. Like they at least have to have those 3 or 5 things in common with you. I know for me, I can't be friends with people who don't have a sense of humor. I just, on some level, to some degree, they have to have a sense of humor. So I just sort of feel like that's what this is asking you to do, because I think in the past you may have connected with people for all the wrong reasons, or you connected with people where you, I almost want to say unknowingly, you went into the connection thinking they were better than you, or like you put them on a pedestal and therefore you received less from them because you had like low self-esteem or something like that. But I think you've come a long way since then. I think you have a better understanding of who you are. And so if you can just sort of narrow this down to like 3 or 5 core principles of you that are non-negotiable, that's really the trait or attributes or qualities you should look for in either your next romantic partner or in a group of people that you're looking to connect with. That's what I have for you, my dear. That's your little homework assignment from the divine. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, or maybe just found it to be helpful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Leo. I hope you're doing well. Let's take a look at your tarot card for the week of September 21st, 2025. Tarot card of the week, Queen of Cups. What situation in your life is asking you to observe your emotions? Okay. Why is the Queen of Cups? Tarot card of the week here for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Why is the Queen of Cups their tarot card of the week? One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, Ace of Pentacles, followed by the Sun, the Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor, we have the Chariot, and we have Justice. That leaves the Knight of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, and the Hermit here to the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So I feel if you haven't received it yet, you will be receiving this new opportunity, this Ace of Pentacles. It's coming to you, Sun card. That is Leo energy, and it's being delivered to you in this Knight of Cups. I feel when you receive this offer, this opportunity, this information, it's really important for you to observe how it makes you feel. Are you accepting this offer because it's feeding your ego? Are you accepting this offer because it's well balanced and it's aligned with who you are today? There's something here about weighing the pros and cons and really looking at it in a very non-emotional way, Queen of Swords. Why am I happy at receiving this offer, or why am I sad at receiving this offer? There's something here about you making it before you make the decision to move forward from it or to just say no and reject it. It's more important to look at how does it make you feel when you receive that offer, and is it feeding a negative trait within you, like someone's feeding your ego or codependency or maybe a toxic pattern that you have. So there's something like that here. When you receive this offer, you're being asked to observe, how did it make you feel, or how does it make you feel when you receive the offer? Tell me more about the offer here for Leo, this Ace of Pentacles. Tell me more about this. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Ace of Pentacles is clarified by Knight of Wands. Does it feed your ego? Six of Swords and the 10 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Page of Cups. So when you receive this offer opportunity, it's important for you before you proceed forward with it to check, is it feeding healthy ego or is it feeding negative ego? Because ego is good, but negative ego, not so much. So there's something here about, well, really looking within and asking yourself, how does it make me feel when this comes in? And something about like not wearing rose-colored glasses. Like you have to be honest with you. You have to be honest with yourself when you receive this offer about how it makes you feel and why. Why does it make you feel that way? Tell me more about the Queen of Swords energy. I feel like this is the energy you need to be in when you receive this offer, meaning you can't be a quick yes because this person is stroking your ego. So let me give you an example. Let's say you're a Leo and this is an ex coming back around. You're single and they're coming back around and they're asking you to go out on a date with them. Are you quick to say yes because it's feeding your ego. Maybe your ego was bruised when this person walked away from you last time. Maybe they were inconsistent in the Knight of Wands energy. Maybe they chose someone else. Here they are. And it's just an example. I'm not predicting this, but a good example to give you is now they're coming back around again and they're asking you out on a date. Are you saying yes from a healed place, or are you saying yes from a wounded place? That's what you need to look at. Let's get you 3 cards of advice here on the Queen of Swords, because I feel like you need to be in Queen of Swords mode when you receive this offer. Like you need to see it very clearly, how it makes you feel and why you're even considering accepting it. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Queen of Swords is clarified by the Tower, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Fool. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Wands. Yeah. This is definitely like I need to go within. And I need to really decide why I would want to have a new beginning with this person or a re-beginning if it's a past person. This whole offer here to collaborate or work or reunite or reconcile with this person. And I think for some of you, before this offer comes in, this is why it's like your homework assignment for the week. I think your homework assignment for the week is, if that person were to make me this offer, how would that make me feel? And why would I feel that way? And why would I be quick to say yes or no? I kind of feel like that's your homework assignment, because this offer is coming in. And whether it's from a new person or a past person, I think the overall vibe here is you have to make sure that you are in a healed place before accepting or declining the offer. So a little bit of homework here for you to do in respect to your ego. Make sure that you are accepting things that truly are aligned with you and not because it's coming from a bruised place. I'll give you another quick example. I had a friend who was madly in love with someone, and he broke up with her, and she had a really hard time getting over it. And then 6 months later, she thought she was fine, but she wasn't. She really had not healed that wound of him moving on from her. So when the new person came along and asked her on a date, she was so quick to say yes. This guy had red flags head to toe all around. And I was like, oh my God, like, are you sure? Like him? Like everyone in town knows about this guy. But she just needed to feel so good. You know what I mean? Like her ego was still so bruised from 5-6 months ago when that guy had left her, that this guy asking her out on a date, she put on the rose-colored glasses and was like, she thought she was going to end up marrying this guy. It crashed and burned 3 weeks later. She was dealing with heartache all over again. But that's because she said yes from a wounded ego. Right. She was still bruised and still dealing with the trauma of the loss from the other relationship, and quickly entered a new one just because it made her feel good. So that's all this is saying. Whatever offer opportunity this is, before you say yes or no, you need to observe your emotions about it and then figure out where are those emotions coming from? Are you saying yes from a wounded place or from a healed place? That's what I have for you, my dear. That is your tarot card for the week. If you like that message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Virgo. I hope you're doing well. Let's take a look at your tarot card for the week of September 21st, 2025. Tarot card of the week, Page of Wands. What signs are preparing you to move in a new direction? Okay. Why is the Page of Wands the tarot card of the week here for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus? Why is the Page of Wands their tarot card of the week? One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, 10 of Pentacles, followed by Ace of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and the 9 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, 6 of Swords, 10 of Swords. There we go. Ace of Wands. Wow. 2 of the 4 aces on the table. So what sign or signs here are preparing you to move in a new direction? This ending here. You've had an ending in your life. If you haven't, it's just not your reading. This is specifically for the Virgos, where they have had a situation, environment, or connection in their life that has been very painful. You have felt backstabbed. You have felt betrayed. This kind of came out of the blue, even though technically 10 of Swords for me is a card of repetition, meaning it's not the first time this person has screwed you over or stabbed you in the back. But there's something here about looking at that ending as a blessing in disguise. Actually, one of the tarot decks that I have here, at the bottom of the deck, it actually says everything is fine or everything is okay. I haven't used that deck in a while. I have to find it. It might be back there somewhere. But there's something like that here. It's looking at this ending as an opportunity to move you in a new direction. Now, this could be the job that abruptly fired you. You could sit around feeling sorry for yourself that they fired you. I'm not saying they're right for doing that, you know. Or you can look at it as an opportunity here to find another job, a better job. You can look at this relationship ending as, oh my God, it's the worst thing on the planet that has happened to me. Or you can look at it as this relationship end. Now I have the opportunity to heal. And in time, I have the ability to go out and meet another connection that will go the distance. So what signs are preparing you to move in a new direction? I feel it's like whatever this ending was. I'm not predicting an ending for you. That's why this message is really specific. You either just encounter this, or you haven't. There is no, again, tarot card of the week. For me, the way I utilize the deck is like as advice or help for you, not as really something predictive. Every once in a while, something futuristic, yeah, I guess, futuristic comes out in the readings, but this isn't. This is telling me this has already occurred to you, and you should look at it as, yeah, that's really sucked, right? Really sucks that that happened to me, but now I have an opportunity to move in a new direction. For some of you, it's relocation. And I say that because the Six of Swords, someone is in a boat. So for some of you, it could be like a housing crisis, or like I said, you lost a job, or you had a relationship here. And again, this has happened quite recently to you, maybe in the last 6 to 10 weeks. But source, the divine, whatever you want to call that other entity, is saying, don't look at this so much as an ending. Look at it as an opportunity that was meant to end in your life so you can move towards something better. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles here, because I want to focus on the new. I don't want to go into the old because you've already experienced that. Excuse me. You're already healing from it. So tell me about the Ten of Pentacles here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Ten of Pentacles clarified by Four of Cups, the Hermit, and the Two of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Four of Swords. Yeah, I would look at this ending, this rejection, this abandonment, whatever this has been for you, and instead go within Hermit energy. That's you, right? And Two of Wands, see it as, this is my opportunity now to pivot and take my life in a better direction, find a better living environment, or a better relationship, or a better friendship, or a friend group, or even a better job, whatever this has been for you. So that's what I have for you, my dear. Tarot card of the week is the Page of Wands. And again, it's not predictive in nature. It's just a little advice from you, from the divine. What signs are preparing you to move in a new direction? It's that ending that you just experienced within the last 6 to 10 weeks. The divine is saying it's time for you to look at that as a blessing in disguise, and now move towards a situation, environment, or connection that you truly do desire, because now that that's been energetically cleared, the new can come in for you. That is what I have for you. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Libra. I want to check my phone real quick because I think that was my blink cameras. Sorry about that, Libra. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, Libra. Hi. I hope you're doing well. Let's take a look at your tarot card for the week of September 21st, 2025. You have the Wheel of Fortune. What changes are entering your life, and how are they a part of your destiny? I get a feeling with those two notifications on my phone that went off that you weren't exactly planning for this change or this new direction. Like, I think if you would have asked yourself a year ago, would you be moving in this new direction? It probably would have been a no. So I think something has transpired in the last year, probably from the last Sagittarius season until now. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I am. So there's something here in the last year or so, maybe last 10 months, that has changed for you and is now shaping your destiny to take you on a new path. Okay. Again, I feel it's not a decision you probably would have made a year ago, but now it's like it's time for you to make that decision. So tell me about this. Why is this the tarot card of the week here for Libra? What changes are entering your life, and how are they a part of your destiny? One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Four of Swords, followed by the Strength card, the Knight of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. Wow. Yeah. Something you've gone through in the last year. And I don't know why I keep hearing year, but that's what I'm hearing. Because what precedes the Four of Swords is the Three of Swords. So something heartbreaking occurred for you, either professionally, could be within platonic connections, like with friends or family. And for others of you, very well could be romantic related. But you have been healing from it ever since that Three of Swords moment happened. You've become more resilient. You've been getting stronger since that occurred. And now you're able to take the inspired action to actually move towards happiness, real happiness, whether that's healing from a job that has been traumatic for you. And now you can move towards, you know, a happier job, a healthier job. For some of you, it could be a connection that you're still healing from that has ended, but now that is putting you on path towards meeting a new soulmate, soul bond connection. Bottom of the deck, we have Hangman, Ace of Pentacles, and Nine of Cups. Perspective, perspective, perspective. The divine is asking you, again, this is not predictive in nature, per se. I'm not predicting a Three of Swords moment. I think you have already experienced a Three of Swords moment. And so whatever this is for you, the divine is asking you to take a new perspective on this loss or this trauma or this heartache and see it as, this is part of my destiny. This all happened for the right reasons, even if I don't fully understand them right now. Because that's hard when we're going through a Three of Swords moment, right? We're not quite sure why we're enduring this. And like I said, for many of you, the feeling that I got here when I immediately saw the Wheel of Fortune card was, if someone would have asked you a year or 2 years ago, would you be moving in this new direction? You probably would have said no. So there's something here about seeing that ending, or maybe you're in the middle of it ending right now, seeing it as a new, from a new perspective in the Hangman energy. This was meant to end. You were meant to heal from it, because now you really can move towards wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups and Ten of Cups on the table. Tell me about the Four of Swords. I just saw the Five of Swords. So whatever that was, there were arguments and discord and fighting, and could have been maybe you were put in competition, or whatever it was heartbreaking to you. There's a reason why it had to happen. It's changed you. Whatever occurred there changed you. You'll never be the same. We have the Hermit card. So you've been doing a lot of introspection since that Three of Swords moment. Five of Wands, there's that conflict, there's that discord, and Eight of Cups, walking away from it. Bottom of the deck, Four of Cups. So this entire experience here has shaped you and molded you into someone that you, like I said, you were not this person a year or 2 years ago. You're someone entirely different. And there's something about looking at that and appreciating it. As difficult as it was, or as difficult as it is for those of you currently going through it. What changes are entering your life, and how are they a part of your destiny? You would have never achieved, or you never would have got to this Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups, had you stayed in this. And for some of you where you're still in it, but you're slowly making your way out of it, the divine is just letting you know this was meant to happen in divine timing, because this is now on path for you. You would have never achieved this as you continue to settle or stay in this situation. So a little homework assignment for you this week is just seeing that from a new perspective. You know, when tower moments happen in our lives, I always say tower moments don't happen to us. They happen for us. Sometimes we get stuck in comfort zones, particular situations, environments, or connections that we know aren't really the Ten of Cups. We know that they really stop helping us grow as an individual, but they become comfort and we get stuck in them. And unless a tower moment happens, we rarely ever leave them. So it's something like, look at that tower moment had to happen, that Three of Swords, whatever it was, as terrible as it was, it had to happen. Otherwise, you would have never advanced forward to where you're supposed to be. And where you're supposed to be is true and authentic emotional contentment. And that was something that situation back there just didn't have and couldn't offer you. You deserved better. Homework assignment this week is to see that from that new perspective. That's what I have for you, Libra. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Scorpio. I hope you're doing well. Let's take a look at your tarot card for the week of September 21st, 2025. All right, moon babies, Five of Swords. What situation, environment, or connection in your life is creating some type of power struggle? We have Three Swords on the floor. The individual on the card is holding two. So there's a situation, environment, or connection here in your life that is creating a power struggle. Tell me more about the Five of Swords. And the tarot card of the week is kind of just like to help all of us evolve. So if this is not your story, if you're not dealing with anything like this, then I encourage you to just check out another placement. Tell me about the Five of Swords here for Scorpio. One more shuffle. Thank you. Five of Swords is clarified by the King of Wands, the Tower, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. Ooh, talk about a power struggle. Bottom of the deck, Two of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Page of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, King of Swords, Queen of Swords, Five of Wands. Who are you fighting with? This is a power struggle. This is two people wanting, and I don't know if you want the same thing or not. I got to be honest with you. I can't tell from the energy, but these are two people fighting over whose way is better, or when this happens, or maybe even the timing of when something happens. All right, tell me about the King of Wands. Tell me about the King of Wands. One more shuffle here. Thank you. King of Wands is clarified by the Star, the Knight of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles. Why is the Nine of Pentacles here? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Nine of Pentacles is clarified by the Hermit, the High Priestess, and the Two of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. I don't know which person you are here. You could be the King/Queen of Wands, or you could be the Nine of Pentacles energy. But you're fighting with one another over control, over how a particular, like you're fighting with this person about your relationship with them, or maybe even the direction of the relationship. So maybe I'm speaking to a Scorpio. Let's say you're dating boyfriend, girlfriend, right? It doesn't really matter here which individual you are. You're both fighting, let's say, about marriage, right? Maybe one of you wants to get married and one of you doesn't. That's what you seem here to be fighting about. And I feel like this power struggle, if either there's not compromise made here, it has the ability or opportunity to end this relationship. So there needs to be compromise here on both sides, because whoever's the Nine of Pentacles, they're willing to go completely silent on this partnership, like ice someone out. And then you have the other person here who's, maybe they have verbally threatened. If not, it's what they're thinking. They'll just abandon the other person. So you have two people here fighting in the Seven of Wands, and then we had the Five of Wands before. Sorry, I shuffled the deck again. But I have two people here fighting about the direction of a particular connection, and both are of the mindset that if they don't get their way, they will shut out the other person, or they will abandon the other person. And I don't know who this is to you, a friend, a family member, a lover. I don't know who it is. But if there's not compromise here made in the Two of Pentacles, it's quite possible that this connection ends up dissolving, is the feeling that I get here. So there needs to be compromise on both parts. The Tower. Tell me about the Tower. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Tower is clarified by the Ten of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Sun. Bottom of the deck, the Death card. Well, Death card is your energy. Tower is your energy as well, right? Because that's Pluto. There's something here that the happiness that could have been found, or maybe exists in this connection. I don't know who this person is to you. You either have the Ten of Cups with them, or you have the potential to have the Ten of Cups with them. Someone's going to end up walking away from this connection. So there's a choice here that needs to be made in respect to this partnership, this Ten of Cups. Either we compromise and we heal it, Sun card, or you stand your ground, I stand my ground. We neither of us wants to give an inch, and then the Eight of Cups, we end up walking away from the relationship or from the connection. So again, I don't know who this person is to you, but if you're both, standing, they're here and you're here, and nobody wants to compromise or give an inch, and you're standing your ground, and no one, it takes two people to compromise, two people to come to the middle. And if you're both fixed, I don't mean that because you're a fixed sign, but I just mean, like, if you have two people who are very staunch, very fixed in where they're standing, and they're not willing to compromise, this thing's going to dissolve. There's a power struggle here. And I mean, it could be at work for some of you. I don't know what this is, but if there's not a compromise made, this goes away. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. So I feel like that's what the divine is trying to bring to your attention this week. That's the source, is that in this situation, there's a power struggle here. And if you don't sit down and talk to this person and find the compromise, whatever this is, this corporation, this business, because I don't know, maybe this is your business partner, this friendship, this romantic partnership, it will cease to exist. Tell me about the Seven of Wands here. One more. Actually, I want to get you advice. So advice on that Seven of Wands. One more shuffle. Thank you. Because I think there's a way the two of you could have healthy boundaries and still compromise. Let's see your advice here. Six of Cups, soulmate, soul bond connection, Ace of Wands, and Judgment. Yep, bottom of the deck, Four of Cups. So that's your advice here in that Seven of Wands. You could maintain healthy boundaries and find a compromise in order to save this connection. But it's going to require you, because this is your reading, it's going to require you first to go within in the Judgment card and make a determination about whether or not you can compromise on this. I don't know. Maybe some of you will decide you don't want to. Just know that if you don't compromise, it's the end of this connection, or it'll be a lot harder to get it back. I feel like if you are able to compromise, then you have an opportunity here to have a new beginning in this connection, and you're starting off from scratch is the feeling that I get here, because now there's like new rules in play. It's like changing the rules of engagement by having some type of compromise. But your advice here, or your homework assignment for the week, is to go within, and you need to make the determination. Do you want to save this connection, this business partnership, this romantic partnership, whatever this is? Do you want to save it? And if you do want to save it, what are you willing to compromise? That needs to be your first decision here before you can approach this person with this offer or opportunity. You need to be honest with yourself. Where's this maybe ego being bruised? You know, the Sun card is Leo energy. Sometimes the negative attributes of Leo is fighting for something based on bruised ego, or, you know, something like that, like a trauma response to a hurt ego. So you need to go within. Do you want to save this connection? And if you do, where are you being a little too rigid or a little bit too stubborn? And where and how can you compromise? And then you could present this to this individual. Of course, it's going to require them to compromise some things as well. But if this is just power struggle is happening because of ego, you don't budge, they don't budge, yeah, it appears here it will be the end of the connection. So homework assignment for the Scorpio collective. How much do you want to save this connection or this partnership, whatever this is to you? And what aspects that you're holding so firm to right now are you actually willing to maybe give in a little bit on and compromise? That is what I have for you for the week ahead. That is your tarot card for the week. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Sagittarius. Let's take a look at your tarot card for the week of September 21st, 2025. Your tarot card of the week, the Four of Wands. What situation in your life is bringing you the stability that you seek? What situation in your life is bringing you the stability that you seek? For Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Why is the Four of Wands their tarot card of the week? Why is the Four of Wands their tarot card of the week? What situation, environment, or connection is bringing you the stability you seek? One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, we have the Page of Cups, followed by the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, you have Ace of Cups, Six of Swords, and Eight of Swords. Tell me about the Page of Cups here. Tell me about the Page of Cups here for Sag. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Why is the Page of Cups here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Page of Cups is clarified by Nine of Cups, the Hanged Man, and the Nine of Swords. What is the Ace of Swords here? Tell me the Ace of Swords here for Sag. One more shuffle here. Thank you. I feel an ending. Ace of Swords clarified by Seven of Wands, King of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the Star, the Two of Swords. Sag, I think that you have a situation, environment, or connection here in your life that at some point in time, you viewed it as your Nine of Cups. You saw it as wish fulfillment. You thought, if I really had blank, whatever blank is to you, I would be really happy. But I feel like it didn't pan out for you. And there's something here with the Nine of Swords to the Hangman. It's like you need to see this from a different perspective, that whatever that was for you, it wouldn't have, I hate to say wouldn't have amounted to much. It wouldn't have truly been your Nine of Cups. I think when you were in it, you thought it was your Nine of Cups. And maybe in the beginning it was. But you changed over time. And I feel like this entity, whoever this person was, they didn't. You went in this, and I feel like it's more connection-based for you. But I think you went from looking at this person, and I don't know who they are, a business partner, a friend, a family member, a lover. It's like over time, like originally they were part of your Nine of Cups. And then as the connection progressed, they became the Nine of Swords. So there's something here about seeing that from another perspective. seeing that connection, the way it changed or the way it morphed from something so positive to something so negative, right? Because Nine of Cups is extremely positive. This is part of my emotional contentment. This is wish fulfillment, sort of like happily ever after. And then the Nine of Swords is like consciously and subconsciously thinking the worst. It's anxiety and it's night terrors and it's not being able to sleep and it's worry and it's anxiety. So this connection here in your life has changed over time from wish fulfillment to like, I don't know, mental turmoil or mental trauma or something like this. There's something about you seeing the truth of this connection in this Ace of Swords, getting absolute clarity, being honest with yourself and looking at it and saying, even though I love this person in this King/Queen of Cups energy, or had a lot of respect or admiration for them, the fact of the matter is that connection was leaving you stuck. It's like the job, let's say this is job related. Yeah, when you landed that job, it was Nine of Cups. You're like, oh my God, I'm so happy. I can't believe I got that job. And then over time, it turned into the Nine of Swords. Suddenly you're filled with fears and worries and anxieties, and you don't know if they're going to keep you or fire you. Like it became unstable, right, in some way. And so this is asking you, look at it from another perspective, right? The reason why it shifted so much, the reason why it changed was to push you to exit it. Otherwise, you would have stayed at that job. And in staying in that job, you would have never grown. Your progress forward was stifled there. Seven of Wands to the Four of Pentacles. So there's something like that about seeing something that at some point was stable in your life, situation, environment, or connection. Then over time it deteriorated, and seeing it from the perspective of, I probably would have stayed in it. And in staying in it, I would have kept myself small. So there's a reason why it had to change. So this situation, environment, or connection degrading over time is what's fueling the fire now for you to move forward. So you can obtain the stability that you seek because it didn't exist in this anymore. So I don't know where you're at in the timeline. Some of you already went through this. Some of you are in the thick of it. Either way, the divine is asking you to look at that and to realize the reason why it started becoming so uncomfortable to the point where it was pushing you out of it was exactly so it would push you out of it. There's something here about like you needing to be forged through fire. Otherwise, you would have stayed in that, and that was way too small for you. That would have restricted you. So the new stuff is here. So that's what's bringing in the stability that you seek. Was that this either ended or you're in the middle of it ending. Tell me about the Queen of Wands to the Ten of Wands. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Queen of Wands to the Ten of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. Everything I said is the truth. Whenever I say something and then an ace comes, there's only 4 in a deck, and an ace comes immediately out, it's like, yeah, that's the truth. So Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, and the Emperor. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Pentacles. You would have stayed stuck at that job, in that living situation, in that friendship, in that romantic partnership, whatever that was for you, if it didn't become so uncomfortable that you had to leave it. So what situation in your life is bringing you the stability that you seek? The ending of this. Some of you have already gone through the ending, and in that respect, you're moving towards this new stability. Either it's the new job, the new living situation, could be a new partner here for you. And for others of you, you're in the middle of this ending, and the divine is just telling you, see it from another perspective. Had this worked out for you, it would have kept you small. You were meant to rise. You were meant for more. So that's what I have for you for the week. I'm just going to get you 3 cards of advice here. But what situation is bringing you the stability you seek? This one that's ending for you, Sag. 3 cards of advice here for Sagittarius. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the 6 of Cups. You have the 4 Swords. And you have the 7 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Pentacles. Becoming free, independent, and autonomous of this situation, environment, or connection now puts you on path for that new Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, all of that good stuff now that's coming for you. So this thing from the past, there's something here while you're in the process of healing, either from the ending that happened or from the ending that you're in the middle of it occurring. There's something here about looking into the past connection or this soulmate. Again, I don't know what this is for you that has ended or is in the process of ending, but there's something about you looking at it and realizing that in that 7 of Pentacles, for all the time you served in that situation, environment, or connection, it wasn't growing. And for you to recognize that and say, I'm glad that it ended, or I'm glad that it's soon coming to an end, because now I get to move. Now I get to move forward. So once you're free, independent, and autonomous of this, there's something here about looking back and acknowledging that had you stayed in it, and I think it would have been impossible for you to stay in it. I think I keep hearing it harder and harder to breathe. I think that's what was happening here. It's like the universe was making it more and more difficult for you to exist in it until you finally said, enough. I'm moving on, or I'm moving forward. Something like that was taking place here for most of you. And I think that if that didn't happen, you would have stayed in a situation, environment, or connection that was way too small for you. You're meant for a bigger and better. So what's bringing in the stability that you seek? This ending. Some of you have already experienced it, or others of you are in the middle of it ending. That's what I have for you, Saggy, for the week ahead. It's just taking a new perspective on this ending. That's what I have for you for the week of September 21st, 2025. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Capricorn. I hope you're doing well. Let's take a look at your tarot card for the week of September 21st, 2025. You have the moon. What situation in your life do you feel is secretly being hidden from you? Okay, tell me more about this. For Capricorn, why is the moon their tarot card of the week? What situation in your life do you feel is secretly being hidden from you? I'm trying to understand the grammar of that card, but it'll come to me. Let's see what your message is. For Capricorn, why is the moon card their tarot card of the week? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, 8 of Pentacles, followed by the 4 of Wands, the High Priestess, and the 4 of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, Justice, 7 of Cups, and the Fool. Why is the 8 of Pentacles to the 4 of Wands here for Capricorn? One more shuffle here. Thank you. This is being clarified by the Magician, the 10 of Swords, and the King of Cups. Okay. So I feel, and look, it's these readings, this is not what you don't see coming. The tarot card of the week is just something from source or the universe just to kind of help you here with your life's journey. There's something here that when it's going good in your life, like a relationship, and it could be with a boss, a colleague, a friend, a family member, a lover, when everything is going good and it's happy and it's structured and it's stable, your thought immediately goes to, this is going to end. It's almost like you don't allow yourself to feel good in a connection. You feel like the person is always keeping something from you, or secrets, or they're about to betray you, or they're going to cheat on you or lie to you or something like that. And look, if it's not your reading, check another placement. But there's a wound here within the Capricorn collective when it comes to trust. And I don't know if in the past this person did something to make you not trust them, or if you're carrying a wound from a person or people in your past. You know what I mean? But when things are going well and things are going smoothly, there's a part of you inside in this High Priestess, like, I'm just waiting for this person to screw me over. And like I said, maybe they did in the past, maybe they didn't, maybe other people did. Either way, there's a trust wound here that needs to be addressed. Tell me about the 4 of Swords. It's like you're always waiting for the shoe to drop. You're always waiting for someone, or maybe this person in particular, screw you over, lie to you, betray you. Tell me about the 4 of Swords. One more shuffle. Thank you. This is clarified by the Star, Healing, 6 of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. That is the truth. So, my dear, if this message is resonating for you this week, the Divine would like you to seek out ways for how you can heal this trust issue. For some of you, could go back to childhood or a soulmate in your life that maimed you in some way. So I'll give you a basic example. Maybe I'm speaking to a Capricorn where you were in a long-term committed relationship and the person ended up cheating on you. Now you're in this new relationship, and even though this person is not cheating on you, you keep waiting for the day that they're going to cheat on you. You know, it's like when everything's going good, just like last time, and then I found out I was betrayed, right? So there's something like that here where, again, just using that as an example, the past person betrayed you. Now you're in a new connection. Everything's going well. but inside of you, you're waiting for this person to do to you what the last person did. So if you're resonating with this message, take the time this week, either through self-help or connecting with a therapist or counselor, something like that, to help you heal this wound here. That is what I have for you, Capricorn, for the week ahead. Tarot card of the week is the Moon card. What situation in your life do you feel is secretly keeping something from you? And again, it doesn't have anything to do with whether or not this entity or entities are actually keeping something from you. The issue is, why are you always waiting for the other shoe to drop? Why are you always waiting to be deceived? That's the trust issue that you need to work on, or at least that's your advice. That's what I have for you, Cappy. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Aquarius. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. Okay, thank you. I hope you're doing well, Aquarius. Let's take a look at your tarot card for the week of September 21st, 2025. The Three of Wands. What new phase of your life are you ready to pursue? Okay, tell me more about the Three of Wands. Why is this the tarot card of the week for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus? Oh, that's weird. I got a new attitude. Why do I always hear the weirdest things in your readings? Okay. Tell me more about this here for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Seven of Cups. We have the Two of Wands. We have the Empress. And we have Justice. Excuse me. Bottom of the deck, Judgment, Page of Swords, and Temperance. Why is the Seven of Cups here? Why is the Seven of Cups here for Aquarius? One more shuffle. Thank you. Knight of Wands, Ace of Wands, and Ten of Cups. Okay. I've tapped into a group of you where you're ready to move forward towards happiness, towards emotional contentment. I think you're no longer confused about what it is that you want and that you desire for your life. I think at some point, probably over the course of the last 7 months, you were confused about the direction of your life. You're no longer confused. You now know, example, the type of job you would like, or the industry you want to be in, or the type of relationship you want to be in, or even the individual that you wish to pursue. So out of confusion here, now is clarity. What new phase in your life are you ready to pursue? This, because you now have figured out what this is. And I feel like you're ready now to move forward and birth this. And again, I don't know what this is for you. Launching a business, expanding the business you have, learning a skill, and meeting a new person. I just feel like whatever it is for you, because it's a collective general reading, you were confused probably for like the last 7 months. Now you know definitively what it is that you want, and you're ready to take the inspired action to move towards it. And I think you're moving towards it in Libra season. Tell me why the Justice card is here. Yeah, I think you're making the judgment call here in Libra season to move towards this in a very balanced way. Tell me more about Justice. One more shuffle. Thank you. Justice is clarified by Queen of Swords, Ace of Cups, and the Lovers. Bottom of the deck, Three of Pentacles. Yep. So in Libra season, out of a state of confusion will come the clarity that you know exactly what it is that you want, and you will be making the decision, the active choice to move towards this Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. I don't know. I don't know if you're making a big announcement about this. I only say that because I don't have a lot of swords. I just have this one Page of Swords here. So maybe you're not making a big announcement. So what do I mean by that? Let's say I'm speaking to an Aquarius where you're single. You've been single for up to the last 7 months. And now suddenly you're like, I understand the type of partner I would like, or the type of relationship I would like. And so I'm going to start dating, right? Here's the new phase in my life. I'm ready to get back out there and see what's out there. I don't think you're announcing it to the world. You know what I mean? All of your friends, your family members, hey, I'm back out there dating. So I think it's a decision that you're making. You've figured out what it is that you want, or who it is that you want. You're now making the decision to move towards it. But I feel like you're kind of keeping it to yourself. I don't think it's this big declaration where you're letting the world know. Tell me about that Page of Swords here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Page of Swords, clarified by Six of Wands, the Ten of Wands, and the High Priestess. I told you, you're keeping it to yourself. And I don't know why you're keeping it to yourself. Maybe you decided you don't want to be in this industry anymore and now you're looking for a new job. Obviously, you're not going to tell everyone at work, hey, guess what? I'm looking for another job because I don't want to be here anymore. So whatever it is, I kind of feel like you're keeping it on the down low. God, I sound so old saying that. I'm going to keep it on the DL there. I just feel like you're not letting everyone know. It's like people are on a need to know basis and not everyone needs to know this new path or new phase or new chapter here in your life that you're beginning. But that's what I have for you. The Three of Wands, what new phase of your life are you ready to pursue? It's a homework assignment from the divine. I would start making plans here to move towards a new, because it appears that you have already identified it. So that's your homework assignment. Start making plans on how you will enter or begin this new phase of your life. That's what I have for you, Aquarius. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Pisces. I hope you're doing well. Let's take a look at your tarot card for the week of September 21st, 2025. Two of Swords. What is being closed off or blocked out of your reality? Okay, something here you're not seeing. Why is the Two of Swords the tarot card of the week for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus? What is being closed off or blocked out of your reality? Something that's not fair or balanced, and you're just not seeing it, or you don't want to see it. Tell me more about this for Pisces. One more shuffle. Thank you. First card out, the Devil, Chariot, Knight of Swords, the Magician. Well, that's a dangerous combination. Bottom of the deck, the Fool, Nine of Swords, Page of Swords. You're moving forward with a situation, environment, or connection that is very toxic. Either you know it's toxic and you're pretending that it's not toxic, or your rose-colored glasses are so beautiful that they're not allowing you to see the toxicity that occurs here. Tell me about the Devil. These are super specific messages, right? So if it's not yours, just check another placement. But someone needs to hear this message. It's quite important. Why is the Devil here? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Devil is clarified by the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Three of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords, Three of Cups, Queen of Cups. I feel like I've tapped into a group of you where you are in a connection with an individual. And I don't know if it's professional, platonic, or romantic, but I know that it's toxic. I know that it's not healthy. And I know that this person love bombs you, or possibly uses their sexuality or their sex appeal to keep you stuck in this connection. So let's say it's a very toxic boss, but they're very egoic and they think they're very good looking. They know even though they treat you like shit and don't give you the raise that you deserve, they can come in and flash their smile and wear their great perfume or their great cologne, maybe buy you lunch, and you'll just end up staying. And it's almost like you've got the rose-colored glasses on. Well, I mean, he or she, I mean, they're really nice, right? They just bought me lunch on Friday, but they are toxic as shit as a boss or as a work environment. And same thing if this is a friend, a family member, or a lover. It's like they know how to emotionally manipulate you or sexually manipulate you, something like that, to get you to like repeatedly stay in it or repeatedly put up with the toxicity, or to emotionally confuse you so you don't actually see what's going on here. Okay. Tell me about the Knight of Swords. Tell me about the Knight of Swords. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Knight of Swords is clarified by the Two of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, and Temperance. Bottom of the deck, Three of Cups. Well, you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem because you want this connection to balance out. You want it to work out. I mean, you're praying that it works out. And you're so convinced that this is your Ten of Cups that you're refusing to see the emotional manipulation this person is using on you. And this doesn't have to be a romantic partner. This could be a family member who's part of your Ten of Cups. And you're just like, that's mom or that's dad. And I have all this love for them. And they're my family. They're my parents. And I refuse to see that they emotionally manipulate me. Or I refuse to acknowledge just how toxic they are. But they are. Magician. Why is the Magician here? Why is the Magician here? I think what's being closed off or blocked out to you is how toxic this is. And I think it's so toxic because you are trying to convince yourself that it's part of your happily ever after, or this is your family, or this is the person you always wanted to be with, or something like that. I think you're participating in the Seven of Swords. Like, not only is this person deceiving you, but I think you're deceiving yourself as well. Tell me more about the Magician. Thank you. Lovers, Queen of Cups, Eight of Swords. Oh, bottom of the deck, Seven of Swords. This person knows how to play you. They might have options, choices. They know how to get you all wound up in your head. They know how to gaslight you. They know how to convince you you didn't see what you saw. You didn't hear what you heard. I don't know who this is. I mean, it could even be an ex for some of you. But this person, regardless of who they are in your life, you're currently interacting with them, whether they're an ex or not, or they're your current partner, or again, your boss. I don't know. I know that you're currently engaging in conversation or communication with this individual. And this person knows how to manipulate you to get what they want. This is a big warning here from Spirit. Before you move forward with this person, or reconcile with this person, or agree to whatever it is that they're offering you here, because they're looking for movement from you on something. They want you to agree to something, or reconcile with them, or move forward with them, something like that. There's something here that you have to see and acknowledge. What is this individual's motives? I think that's what you need to figure out, because it doesn't look good, Pisces. It doesn't look good. What is this person's motive? Tell me about the motive or motives. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Ten of Pentacles, money. Two of Swords, Page of Cups, bottom of the deck, Five of Pentacles. Whatever they're offering you is to benefit themselves financially. So, and look, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. Intuitively, you're a highly intuitive sign, okay? So I'm not telling you anything you don't know. This is the spouse that cheats on you and puts you in third party, and you continue to put up with it. And what you don't want to see is this person knows how to manipulate you so they can have their cake and eat it too, because they don't want to get a divorce and lose money. I hate to be the one to tell you that, but again, I think you know that already if that's your story. This is the family that wants to come across to the community, that we're a tight-knit community, or I'm sorry, we're a tight-knit family. And meanwhile, behind your back, there's gaslighting, narcissism, manipulation, but they don't want the public to know. So they like keeping you in their life. One, they get to control you, and two, they get to control the narrative of how other people see them or how other people see their family. And for some of you where this is an ex, I don't know what you're going through with this person, mediation, divorce, something like that. They're going to make you an offer, but it is for their best interest, but they're going to sweeten it. So they're sweetening it with kind words. I don't know, maybe you feel like this person likes you again or something like that. This person is emotionally manipulating you to, could be get a settlement, get inheritance, something like that out of you. And yeah, for some of you, this is a love partner who knows exactly the right thing to say. And it's not big. It's not grandiose. It's a page. That's how easily this person can manipulate you. A little compliment. You smell nice today. Oh, you look nice. Oh, did you get your hair done? And you're like, oh my God, they're so in love with me. And meanwhile, they're devil to the Three of Swords to the Lover's card. They have options and choices. And they stay with you because they don't want to go from 10 of Pentacles to 5. And just complimenting you every now and then gets you to stay. Look, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. So if this message is resonating for you, I mean, what is being closed off or blocked out of your reality? The truth of who or what this person is. I feel like this is a big warning from Source here to not fall for it, especially if this is inheritance or divorce or anything like that. Because I've got the Two of Swords is here, but that's Libra, and that's the moon in Libra, which is all about justice and fairness. So I don't know who this person is to you or what offer they're making, but it's time for you to see this person clearly. They're not really showing you who or what they are, or they're trying to mask it, again, with kind words, love bombing, and maybe even for some of you, sexuality. Okay, 3 cards of advice here for you, Pisces. Whew, I hope this is not my Pisces collective dealing with this. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Before you have this new beginning, or accept this offer, you need to get more information. You need to get more information. 2 of Cups, Hangman, Sun card, yeah. You need to look at this person from a new perspective. I also think that that Sun card talks about illumination. There's something here about you seeing this person in the right light, not in the 10 of Cups, the rose-colored glasses that you have for them. There's something here about you seeing this person from another perspective and seeing the truth of the matter, seeing the truth of who they are. It's kind of like you need to take the blindfold off when it comes to this individual. That's what I have for you, Pisces. That was a hard reading. I hope that does not apply to all of you, but if it did, I hope that it was helpful and maybe help open up your eyes a little bit, because some of you just don't want to believe that this person is capable of this, but sadly they are. And again, I don't feel like I'm telling you anything you don't know, because the 2 of Swords is also a very intuitive card, right? I can't see it, but I feel it. I think you know this already. Tarot card of the week, my dear, is the 2 of Swords. If you like that message or resonated with you, maybe just found it to be helpful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.